Hi, good morning. So I'm back in New York and very happy to engage with you again today. And we are expanding our conversation with those who are asking questions, having read You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self and Why It Matters. These conversations can be found on the website discoveringyourcosmicself.com. So today's question is from Jennifer L. And she wants to know if we can account for our immortal nature. And then she also qualifies it by saying in form. So I kind of rephrased her question just by a simpler version of the question, and that is, are we immortal? And the shortest answer is yes. But now let me illustrate this through a meditation experiment, if I may call it that. Okay, so let's try that, and then I'll try and give you a logical, scientific explanation as well. So let's try this meditation exercise, okay? Wherever you are, either with your eyes closed or with your eyes open, feel your body from the inside out. Feel all the sensations from the inside out. And notice that the sensations are on and off. They're like there's a kind of a vibrational quality to those sensations in your body. And so as an experience, there is some quality to them, right? A sensation arises and then it subsides. So the sensation is manifest, and as it subsides, it is unmanifest. It becomes formless. Okay? Now try something else. Let's try thinking of a thought. So think of your mother. Okay, think of your mother and try and hold on to that thought. First of all, before I asked you to think of your mother, that thought didn't exist, or we can say it existed as a potential thought. It existed as a virtual thought. And then as soon as I asked you to think of your mother, you had that intention, and then that thought flickered on the screen of your consciousness, kind of on and off, because you can't hold on to any thought, and they just have their own will and their own nature. They flicker in and out. So a thought has a subtle form, and then as it disappears, it has no form. It's a virtual thought, and it is formless. Now think of an emotion. Think of someone, or evoke an emotion. So think of someone that you really love a lot, and then feel the emotion, wherever that feeling is. Okay, you'll see that that feeling, that emotion, flickers in and out. It has a kind of a subtle form, and then it disappears into formlessness. That same emotion disappears into formless being, we might say. Okay, now look at your hand. Okay, this is a form. You are activating the act of seeing by evoking this form as an experience in your awareness. Close your eyes and that form disappears. Open your eyes and that form appears And in fact, the whole universe appears and disappears as a perceptual process in awareness. The whole universe of experience appears and disappears in every now as a perceptual process. You're listening to the sound of my voice. That sound is an experience in awareness, and it's an intermittent experience. As new words appear in your awareness, the previous words fade out. Okay, so that sound has both an experience, a manifest experience. We can say a manifest experience. The sound itself doesn't have a form, but it then disappears into formlessness. Of course, we can record the sound and give it, a virtual existence in a tape recorder or in a DVD or whatever, but the experience of sound is on and off. Now think of any other experience, any perceptual experience, and you'll see the same thing, whether it's taste or smell or texture. Hold your hand like this, and there is a sensation there. Forget the thought that the finger and thumb are touching, but there's a sensation. And unless you focus on the sensation, even if you focus on the sensation, you'll see that it arises and subsides in every now. It has a manifest expression as an experience, then it is unmanifest as that experience. So the entire universe of experience, whether it's a thought or whether it's a sensation or whether it's an image, hold the image of a candle in your consciousness. So you can close your eyes and hold the image of a candle in your consciousness, and you'll see it flickers in and out. The image is a form that flickers in and out from being formless, and then as the image as having form. So the entire universe of experience, by that it means every sensation, every image, every feeling, every thought, and every perception is constantly flickering in and out of existence. From what? From formless existence. So existence has both formlessness and form built into it. The form is very transient. It subsides as soon as it arises. You can say that the form is being born and is dying in every moment of now. In fact, even that's inaccurate. The form is being born and is dying in every now. We cannot even call it a moment of now, because you cannot hold on to the moment. It's over as soon as it arises. Okay, now this means that that which we call our mind is a constellation of intermittent thoughts, images, feelings that arise and subside in every now from the formless, okay, through either conscious or unconscious intention. But so too, that which we call our physical body, this, it's a perceptual experience that's arising and subsiding as those perceptions in every now. Okay, this is appearing as form, but actually it's a phenomenon arising and subsiding in every now as a perceptual experience. Your body. that which you call your body, or I should say that which humans call a body, that which humans call a mind, and that which humans call a body are both processes in awareness. Awareness by itself is formless. Consciousness by itself is formless. The arising and subsiding is the phenomena that gives us the illusion of form. So, in fact, every form is a phenomenon. And every phenomenon is the arising and subsiding of thoughts, of feelings, of sensations, and of perceptions, or you may say perceptual processes in every now. There is no such thing as a permanent form. In fact, that's the biggest illusion, which gives rise to the illusion that there is such a thing as a body, or such a thing as a universe, or even such a thing as a mind. Because mind, body, and universe are apparent forms that are actually phenomena that in turn arise and subside in every now. Every now. Where is the experience of yesterday? Now. Yesterday, that which humans call yesterday, I was in Omaha, Nebraska. So when I think about it, it's a dream. We call it a memory, but even that is inaccurate, because when I think about yesterday, what I do is have a thought, and the thought is now. And then I have images which are now. In fact, I recreate the experience of yesterday because there's a residue of that experience still alive in my awareness. And by intending to recapitulate, I create a new experience now, which is termed memory. Okay? I cannot escape now, nor can you escape now. It is impossible to get out of now. Thinking of the past is a thought now. Thinking of the future is a thought now. And the only thing you have access to is that experience which is now. But even as you have the experience, it is arising and subsiding. Okay, it has no quality other than a very ephemeral, transient, momentary quality. We can't hold on to any experience even now. Even now. Where are my words that I uttered a few seconds ago? Where is 1 microsecond ago? It doesn't exist, okay, as an experience. Where is 1 microsecond ahead of me? It doesn't exist as an experience. And then there is no ahead or past, because all I can experience is now. And now is a flickering journey which is from form to formlessness, form to formlessness, form to formlessness, form to formlessness, eternally now. Now doesn't ever end. Now doesn't ever end. So, in order to answer your question, are we immortal? Well, here is the answer. Yes, we are immortal as formless awareness. We are immortal as formless consciousness. But we see from our own experience that formlessness bubbles into form and phenomena in every now. Every form, including the form that humans call the body, every form that humans call an object, every form that humans call an object is in turn a phenomenon, has a perceptual process. And that phenomenon is transient, ephemeral, and a phenomenon that arises and subsides on the screen of consciousness in every now. In fact, therefore, form is an illusion, form is a hallucination, form is a dream, form is an excitation of the formless. What could be simpler? And therefore, you are a formless being, eternally arising and subsiding as form. The way to realize your immortal nature is to understand that you are not a body-mind. In fact, there is no such thing as a body-mind. Body-mind are human constructs to experiences of form and phenomena. Mind is subtle experiences in the form of thoughts and images and feelings, and body and universe are grosser experiences, denser experiences, but they are still experiences or processes in awareness and excitations or qualities of awareness, what are called qualia. They're qualities of awareness. And as qualities, they're very ephemeral, transient, impermanent. So, the Buddha, the great Buddha, said, our lifetime is transient as autumn clouds. To watch the birth and death of beings is like looking at the movements of a dance. A lifetime is like a flash of lightning in the sky, rushing by like a torrent down a steep mountain. The great German philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein said, we are asleep, our life is a dream. Wittgenstein said, we are asleep, our life is a dream, but once in a while we wake up enough to know that we are dreaming. So what do we wake up to? We wake up to the presence, the awareness that is timeless, that is present in every experience. As awareness, every experience is intimate to us because it occurs in awareness, it is known in awareness, and ultimately it is made out of awareness, as my friend Rupert Spira says very elegantly. And I once again refer to his beautiful book, The Nature of Consciousness, Essays on the Unity of Mind and Matter. If you really want to practically understand what I'm saying even deeper, read Rupert Spira or go to his website or look up Bernardo Kastrup as well, the philosopher, the European philosopher, contemporary philosopher, who explains this also very elegantly, and of course I do my best to explain it in You Are the Universe. So, let me come back to this in a second, okay? Just in a second. So I'm now picking up where I left off before the interrupt, and we were talking about our life is a dream. Yesterday is a dream. Childhood is a dream. If you are no longer a teenager, that's a dream. 5 minutes ago is a dream. A minute ago is a dream. A second ago is a dream. A microsecond ago is a dream. A nanosecond ago is a dream. And now is the presence in which the dream is arising and subsiding. I hope that's not difficult to understand. Give up the notion that you're a body-mind. Give up the notion that there is a universe. Because even as I say that, there is only you. You are the universe. And now by you, I do not mean, of course, the body-mind. I've explained that. The body-mind is just an excitation in every now of you. You are the awareness in which all experience occurs. You know, Rupert Spira starts off his books and his teachings with a very simple question. He says, ask yourself, what is it that knows my experience? What is it that knows my experience? And by experience, he means that which humans call mind, body, universe, which are human constructs derived from experience. The experience itself, in its raw form, is just the excitation of awareness. That's it. And the excitation is a very momentary excitation. What gives continuity to the experience or to existence is actually the presence of being in every experience, the presence of presence in every experience, the presence of awareness in every experience, the presence of consciousness in every experience. So now people, of course, then want to extend this to the idea of reincarnation. What reincarnates, if anything? And I think reincarnation is a metaphor for the arising and subsiding of experience in every now, and for the statistical probability of experiences that appear as deja vu. The statistical probability for the appearance of experiences that seem to replicate what we may call a previous experience, although we never actually have a previous experience, we only have the experience now. So reincarnation, to incarnate. What incarnates? What incarnates is a virtual recycling, what incarnates is the apparent recycling of virtual memories, the apparent recycling of virtual thoughts, the apparent recycling of virtual perceptions that we say we had in time, in the past. But as you can see, there is no past, there is no future, there is only now. And the past and future are also human constructs based on a mistaken identity. And the mistaken identity is that you are a body-mind in that which is called, or that which humans call, a universe. Okay, so this is my explanation, my spiritual explanation for Are We Immortal? But you know, as I was thinking about it and I was thinking where science is going, I realized that, science is slowly giving acknowledgement to the formless. So that which we call physical matter is made up of atoms, which are human constructs, by the way, for modes of knowing and experience. But in any case, that which we call matter, or that which we objectify as matter, experience, process in awareness, objectified as matter, is made up of atoms. But the atoms are not nouns because they're activities. They're activities of particles. So they're actually verbs, and the particles themselves are not material entities in a sense, because they're flickering in and out of a void faster than you can think. So I was looking up what is called the quantum plenum, or the quantum vacuum, and this is what I came across. And this idea of the quantum vacuum is based on a very simple principle, combination of principles, One is E is equal to mc squared, which is matter and energy are inseparable. And then the other is the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, which says that the movement of atoms is unpredictable, although has statistical probability according to the mathematics of quantum mechanics of appearing in a certain aspect, slice of space-time, depending on the moment of measurement and what we are intending to measure. So here's what I read. Virtual subatomic particles are perpetually popping up out of nothing and then disappearing again within 10 to the power of minus 23 seconds. That's 10 preceded by 23 zeros. A fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second. That empty space is not really empty at all, but a seething sea of activity that pervades the entire universe. So, science is slowly coming to grips with the idea of the formless that gives rise to form in, according to what I'm reading, every 10 to the power of minus 23 seconds, appearing, disappearing, appearing, disappearing. What is this quantum vacuum, this virtual plenum in which the whole universe arises and subsides, even objectively, within 10 to the power of minus 23 seconds? Eastern wisdom traditions don't talk about quantum mechanics or quantum plenum or virtual vacuum or the vacuum state or zero-point energy field. These are scientific constructs based on modes of knowing and experience. The constructs then become, first they are mathematical constructs. The mathematics is an activity in consciousness. Eugene Wigner, a great physicist, mathematician, said he had the phrase, the unreasonable effectiveness of mathematics. But remember, mathematics is an activity in consciousness and human consciousness. And based on that activity in human consciousness, we give rise to, or we create concepts, constructs called particles, atoms, molecules, matter. Matter is not really a thing. Matter is the interpretation of an experience, of a shape, of a color, of a form, of hardness or softness, of taste, of texture, of smell. And then, of course, we further kind of elaborate on that experience with the construct called a book, a painting, a hand, a body, a universe. Human constructs, which is amazing, the ability of consciousness not only to interact with its own self and have the experience of subject and object, but the ability of consciousness to not only have that experience, but turn that experience into a construct called mind, body, universe. The reality is, there is only you. There is only you. Is there a difference between the you that I call me and the you that I call you? Maybe there's a subtle difference, and that subtle difference is the identification with that which humans call memory. But in fact, there is no memory either. There is only the thought, there is only the emotion, there is only the sensation, there is only the perceptual experience that we call now. Yes, we are immortal beings. I hope you agree. The great Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore said, in this playhouse of infinite forms, I caught sight of the formless, and so my life is blessed. Thank you, immortal sentient beings, for joining the conversation. Remember, we are having these conversations from insights from the book, Discovering Your Cosmic Self.com is the website, and the book is You Are the Universe, Discovering Your Cosmic Self. And once again, for further deeper understanding, I always suggest my friend Rupert Spira and the contemporary philosopher Bernardo Castro. You can look up their videos on YouTube as well. And these conversations, ultimately, everywhere on the internet. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, immortal beings. Recognizing that by the end of tonight, today will be a dream. In fact, this morning is already a dream. Thank you.